Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Dorman. If you are just joining us right now, let's catch you up to speed. We have been in wall-to-wall coverage for you since 4 o'clock tonight. Our entire area under a winter storm warning. And ABC 57 is bringing you and your family wall-to-wall the most extensive coverage in Michiana tonight, live until 6 o'clock. Let's get right over to ABC 57 meteorologist Tom Coombs, who is tracking the heavy bands of snow, some of it moving now just to the east of the metro. Chief.
The heaviest of snowfall is starting to clear the area. That's the one good news that we have, at least right now. But that does not mean driving conditions are going to get much better, because when the snow starts to die down, the wind's going to pick up, and that just means blowing and drifting snow. But you can see in the shading here, the heaviest snowfall just now east of Plymouth. It's still over the Goshen and most of the Elkhart County area. We'll go in for this closer scan. Winamac, Rochester, Argus, Plymouth, Napanee, Goshen, and North Webster really under that heavier snowfall. Warsaw, Burkett, get ready. Kosciuszko County, get ready. You're going to see that 2-inch-per-hour snowfall really pick up and last over the next couple of hours. Everyone else, it's still snowing out there. Don't expect any large improvements. There's still steady light snowfall coming in off the lake. It's beginning to taper down. New snowfall totals in just in a second, but here's the snow story. Peak snowfall this afternoon that continues until around 7 o'clock, and then it begins to lessen, but we're still seeing rates of around 2 inches per hour, 8 to 10 inches through the afternoon. We're getting close to that. We're going to finish up possibly 10 to 14 inches of snow. All right, here's the latest snowfall totals I have coming in. LaPorte almost at 10, North Webster 9, Berrien Center 14, Elkhart 8. Here at the studios, 8 inches of snow as well. I was just outside measuring that. The plan for the evening is not much better. Even if the snow tapers down, it gets much colder and it gets windy. That means it's going to be very hazardous to be out there with wind chills dipping below 0 and that wind blowing around on the road. So again, we have hazardous weather conditions that will continue through the evening into the day tomorrow. We'll talk about lake effect snow and the incredibly cold glacial temperatures coming up in your ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Forecast. Brian?
All right, Tom, thank you very much. And now we have a team of reporters that are out and about here. Got you covered all across Michiana tonight. Let's begin our team coverage with ABC 57's Jessie McDonough. She is live just off of the toll road for us in St. Joseph County to talk about the latest from Indiana State Police. Jessie.
Brian, I hopped on the toll road and headed west, and the road conditions were pretty bad. I was seeing slide-offs everywhere, as well as a few accidents. Now, these roads on the toll road are actually so bad that the Indiana State Police decided to cancel all off days within the next few days for this storm. Now, Sergeant Trent Smith told me that they were actually preparing for this storm for a long time, and that these officers have known that they aren't able to take vacation days or have any off days during this time, because they're going to need to be out here taking care of all of these people that are driving. Now, as I went west, it seemed like the snow was getting a little heavier, and I did see a lot of people pulling into this rest stop, as well as a lot of four-wheel trucks pulling into the rest stop as well. Now, here is what Sergeant Trent Smith had to say about the condition of the roads.
We are taking part in the Joint Operation Command Center in Indianapolis, and part of that decision that was made by our command was that days off, vacation would be canceled starting on Monday.
Now, Sergeant Trent Smith also wanted me to remind everyone that most of his officers do not have four-wheel drive on their vehicles. So if you are unable to pass during the snow, it's going to be unlikely that these officers are going to be able to help you. However, they can help you pull you out of a ditch if you need some help like that. Just make sure to call their emergency line. Live on the toll road, Jessie McDonough, ABC 57 News.
Jessie, fantastic job tonight, and make sure to drive safe. A team of producers working back in the control room tonight, working very hard to bring this newscast to you. We appreciate it, and telling me now that we have an update here on this map that we are looking at. This is a map the Indiana Department of Homeland Security has issued today. You can also follow this along at home tonight along with me. You'll notice some changes here, though. More and more red now for our area. What the red means, it's a travel warning, and now you'll notice St. Joseph County, so this includes now South Bend as well as Mishawaka in this warning. So we have St. Joseph County, LaGrange, and Marshall, Pulaski all in our viewing area under the travel warning. The highest level that the Homeland Security issues for a travel advisory means that travel may be restricted to emergency management workers only. During the warning, local travel advisory individuals are directed to refrain from all travel, comply with necessary emergency managers, and cooperate with public officials. So again tonight, that is St. Joseph, LaGrange, Marshall, and Pulaski. We'll keep our eye on that map for you as well. All right, and as much as that map changes here minute by minute, so do the school closings that continue to flood in now for tomorrow. We already have several church activities that are canceled tonight, including Granger Community Church. And we are also getting some business cancellations as well for tomorrow. Let's get out to ABC 57's Rachel Brown now for the very latest on that side of this story tonight.
Brian, I'm here at Jefferson School on Eddy Street, and it's just one of the schools that will be closed tomorrow. South Bend Schools tweeted that their doors will be closed Monday, as well as Elkhart Schools, Goshen Schools, Bremen, and a host of other schools that I will update on my Twitter page and will update on our ABC 57 website. We will continue to provide that information as it comes into the newsroom and let you know of all of the school closings as they come in. Reporting live in South Bend, Rachel Brown, ABC 57 News.
And it is not very often that the National Guard gets called in. Earlier today, the governor announced that 24 teams would be scattered about in central Indiana. We are learning here within the past couple of hours, 175 members of the National Guard have been deployed now for northern Indiana. And that kind of coincides with that map that we were just looking at. Part of their responsibility may be road assistance. Let's get out to ABC 57's Jasmine Norwood tonight. She is live on Kemble Street in South Bend with the latest on the efforts from the National Guard. Jasmine, good evening.
Well, Brian, I want to tell you that I just got a text message from a viewer. She's telling me that this blowing snow is making it impossible to see out on the roads. The National Guard tells me that's exactly why they want everyone to stay off of the roads unless they absolutely have to go out. Now, the National Guard service members will be deployed over the next 24 hours. When they get here, they will be here to help with road conditions and emergencies. But they say it's very important for you to understand how serious this storm is and why you need to stay off the roads.
Some of the things that may happen at the South Bend Armory is that they may deploy highway assistance teams. They may have an armory support group there and also some handful of command and control personnel.
Now, again, the National Guard wants to stress how serious this storm is and why it is so important for you not to drive unless you have to, especially as the sun goes down and this blowing snow starts to blow even harder. Reporting live in South Bend, Jasmine Norwood, ABC 57 News.
All right, Jasmine, thank you. I just looked over to Tom and said, Tom, when I tossed you, what do you want to talk about? And he said, snow. No doubt. Here we go. ABC 57 meteorologist Tom Coons continues to track it for us.
Yeah, Ryan, still snowing out there. The good news, the heaviest snow is beginning to work out of here if you're in South Bend and LaPorte. Bad news if you're in Kosciuszko County because the snow is about to pick up there over Warsaw. You can see the heaviest snowfall, Plymouth, Argus, Goshen, on its way into the Warsaw area. Again, you can see that slice right there, and all this is headed towards the east. So more snow on the way, tracking the snow. What about lake effect? More on that in your ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Forecast as our special weather coverage continues.